Welcome to Indigos Gaming. Today's guide is for the achievement Raid and Plunder on the mission Haven's Fall in the Wings of Liberty campaign. First, I will do a walkthrough on normal to show the strategy. After that, I will do a walkthrough on brutal. Welcome to the normal walkthrough for the achievement Raid and Plunder.
Stay sharp. I want anyone that leaves the ship wearing a suit. Last thing I need is more people getting infested.
They infest Marines too, brother.
My orders still stand. Shouldn't be a problem for you though, Tychus.
Fight or flight. Yeah,
Because Tychus is stuck in a Marine suit. The achievement's requirements are actually quite simple and straightforward. On this mission, you have to destroy 50 enemy structures with Vikings. That is it. No mission completion, no crazy objectives or hindrances to your gameplay. Just make a bunch of Vikings and go around the map shooting all their buildings. On this mission, you have to deal with a number of Zerg bases as well as infested Terran villages, cities, such as this here. There were Terran colonists here, but the Zerg have infested them. So now you have to take forces in to clean up the infestation. Some of the forces that you have to deal with include Mutalisks, Broodlords, Banelings, infested Terrans. Vikings have no trouble cleaning up these air units though, and once you've cleared the skies, you can then take your Vikings and land them and have them take care of both the ground units and the structures. So as soon as the mission started, I started making SCVs. I put a reactor on my starport.
What's going on?
Not enough minerals.
Can't hold them alone. Victory.
You're fine. Quit your whining.
Base is under attack.
I put a bunker at both entrances just to help defend the base. It's not really required for the mission, but it certainly helps.
Fight or flight. Yeah, right.
One piece of advice that I want to give for this achievement deals with the infested Terran villages. Throughout the mission, the Zerg will start to infest more of the Terran places, and you have the opportunity to stop them.
That settlement has been cleared of Zerg biosignatures. Well done, sir.
Do not stop them. You need to let the Zerg infest the areas because it results in more structures that can be killed. So it technically makes your job easier, although it feels awful to say that, really. Just let those Terrans get infested.
Ready to plunder.
So now I have a decent clump of Vikings together. I'm going to get armories to upgrade said Vikings. Since the only thing I'm using is Vikings, they might as well be more powerful. It would probably be prudent for me to keep some in the air
Transformation system.
and some on the ground.
Fight or flight. Yeah, let's get into the fight.
Unless, of course, I'm just fighting so many ground units.
War.
Additional supply depots required.
Oh, you need depots.
Base is under attack.
SCV ready.
Oh, Wings of Liberty. Those ship upgrades are separated. Get a couple SCVs to repair here.
Ready to plunder. Fighter you
The infested are heading to a settlement in the south.
ready to plunder.
So that's what I was talking about. You have the opportunity to stop this infestation before it happens, but if you let it go through, then all of these buildings become targetable enemies. So you can gain, it looks like 6 structures just from letting that camp get infested.
Systems primed. Fighter flight.
I'm going to go ahead and get 2 siege tanks just to help in the base defense.
Move it. Ready to plunder.
Go ahead.
What's going on? Yes, sir. Yeah. You ready for war? Let's get into the fight.
Doesn't look like they have hardly any air units here.
Certainly.
I'm probably safe to keep my Vikings in ground mode.
Yes, indeed. I like it. All right.
Add-on complete.
And that is really it for the achievement. You're just going around destroying the Zerg and infested bases. Make sure your base stays alive.
Ready for war?
But actually quite straightforward.
Ready to plunder. Victory. Fire flight. Yeah, right.
Upgrade complete.
You ready for war? Made for battle.
Upgrade complete.
Transformation systems prime. Fighter flight. Yeah, let's get into the fight. Ready to plunder. Yes, indeed. Can't hold them alone. Ready to plunder.
The Zerg have fully infested a settlement, sir. But we still need to destroy the structure there to stop it from spreading further.
So, the Zerg finished infesting that area, and now I need to clear it out, but these buildings are all targetable now. And I forgot about the actual virophage, so that's going to be 7 structures actually.
Add-on complete.
Ready to plunder.
Very helpful.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
All right, this sector is clear. Nice work, boys. Now move on to the next area.
Good job, huh? Yes, sir. Fighter flight. Bad news.
Get some repairs going. Actually, I want to start my +2 armor.
Let's get into the fight.
And now that all Vikings are repaired, I'm going to head out to this base down here. They do have some mutalisks that I'll have to clear out first.
Certain. You ready for war? Ready to plunder.
Warning. Class 5 biosignature detected converging on the command center.
Plenty of Vikings now. I'm not concerned about anything here.
Inbound. Made for battle.
Sir, another settlement is being infested by the Zerg.
I like it. All right.
Base is under attack.
Sir, Stedman says Dr. Hansen has locked herself in the lab. Alone. She's desperate to save her people. I'm worried about what she might do.
What will
Scanners
she do?
indicate that settlement is now clean, sir.
3.
I mean, certainly she's not going to overreact and infest herself or anything, right? It's probably fine.
Agreed.
Alright. +2 finish. And that's all the upgrades I have for this mission. So those Vikings are doing the best amount of damage they can.
Transformation systems prime.
I'm in a pickle.
That was too close. Thanks.
Fighter flight.
We have
Transformation system.
transmit orders.
Let's get into the fight.
No need to fight those infested.
Upgrade complete.
If I don't have to, at least.
Inbound.
I realize I saved that Terran village, actually. You don't have to, but apparently I wanted to be a nice person.
Explorer reporting.
Do they have air units? Get my scan diagram here.
Mineral field depleted.
Nope.
I like it.
Oh, did I say scan diagram? I meant my Venn dia scan.
Burn and pillage. Victory. No one lives forever. Alright.
If you have the science vessel research unlocked, you can absolutely bring a couple of those because they repair mechanical units. So they act like flying SCVs for the Vikings. And then I don't have to worry about bringing anything back for repairs.
You ready for war? Agreed. Very well. Yes, indeed. Can't hold them alone.
Ground Vikings actually do an impressive amount of damage. I think it's based on their fast attack speed, though.
Ready to plunder. Alright. No one lives forever. Bold. Big.
Another settlement is coming
There
under
we go.
attack.
Raid and plunder completed on
Good job,
normal difficulty.
Picking up 2 more concentrations of Zerg biosignatures.
You do not have to finish the mission at this point. You only have to get the 50 structures, and I cleared, I want to say, 2 of the large Zerg bases and 2 of the infested areas, because I accidentally saved this third one. There were no structures there. And with that, now to the brutal walkthrough. Welcome to the brutal walkthrough for the achievement Raid and
I
Plunder.
want anyone that leaves the ship wearing a suit. Last thing I need is more people getting infested.
They infest Marines too, brother.
My orders still stand.
Shouldn't be a problem for you, though, Tychus.
Yeah, right.
SCV ready.
The achievement's requirements are quite simple. Destroy 50 enemy structures using Vikings. This mission you get access to Vikings, and normally you would patrol around the map, keeping Zerg infestations at bay, and eventually destroying the Zerg bases. However, for the achievement,
Complete.
you are simply required to destroy structures. You do not actually have to complete the mission,
Add-on complete.
so the groundbreaking foundational strategy that I have for you is this. Make Vikings, kill structures. I know. I know. It's that good.
Inbound.
You start the mission with 3 Vikings, and you can take them to this first infested area because there's not really any threats here. They had a handful of broodlords, and then just some infested Terrans. Get rid of the broodlords first, land the Vikings, and then they can take care of the ground units and the structures. I put reactor on my starport, and I used my barracks to make add-ons for future starports.
Not enough minerals.
I also made 2 bunkers at the entrances because the Zerg will attack. Wow, that's too many Zerg. Where'd they come from?
Very well. Ready to plunder.
Add-on.
Don't listen to me. There are threats here, apparently.
SCV ready.
Additional supply depots required.
No, you need depots. Alright. New plan. Make more Vikings, and then deal with the Zerg.
Minerals. Base is under attack.
That one's doing fine.
Ready to plunder.
Make an armory as part of a wall in here.
Move it. Ready to plunder. Let's get in. Ready for war.
6 Vikings ought to be able to handle this now.
Very well. Ready to plunder. Ready to plunder.
Which means 8 Vikings ought to do really well.
Yes, indeed.
You definitely want to get an armory for your Vikings and some additional starports. Don't forget gases, like me.
Base is under attack.
Can't hold them alone.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Never enough Vespine, it's always something. Vikings are doing well with this base now. One piece of
That
advice
settlement has been cleared of Zerg
that I will give when
biosignatures.
Matt's done.
Well done, sir.
One piece of advice I want to give for going through this
Infested are
mission.
heading to a settlement in the south.
Excuse me, Matt. As he was saying, the Zerg are infesting Terran areas around the map. You have the option of going and stopping those infestations before they start.
Base.
However, I want to advise that you let those areas become infested. While they're infesting the areas, there's a bunch of units and the building virophage. Once that finishes, all of these structures become targetable enemies. So if you let the infestation finish, you will actually get more structures to destroy.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
What's going on?
I'd like to get another armory here.
Yes, sir.
I should probably start
Let's get into the fight.
the attack upgrade first, though.
SCV ready.
So one thing you can do with these is clear out the units and then just let the infestation finish. So that way you don't have to deal with all of the units.
Transformation ready.
And you can move in right after it finishes and destroy the structures.
Let's get into the fight.
Explorer reporting.
Bandit, I'm in a pickle.
Excellent.
Let's get into the fight. Transform. Yes, indeed. Victory. Inbound. No one lives forever.
Base. Warning. Class 5 biosignature detected converging on the command center.
The Zerg have fully infested a settlement, sir. But we still need to destroy the structure there to stop it from spreading further.
So now that that infestation has finished, all of these structures are enemies, and the Vikings can get more structures towards that achievement.
You ready? Ready for battle.
Second armory finished. So I'm free to get those upgrades now.
Ready to plunder.
And from here,
Vespine
I'm
gas.
just making Vikings.
Fire, fire.
Eventually you'll have a good enough number that you can attack the major Zerg bases.
Stedman says Dr. Hansen has locked herself in the lab. Alone. She's desperate to save her people. I'm worried about what she might do. Scanners indicate that settlement is now clean, sir.
Full battle. Ready to plunder. Let's get into the
If you have access to the science vessel research, I absolutely recommend making a few science vessels to go with your Vikings, since they're mobile repair units.
I like it. Big job. Bad news. Made for
Make some
battle.
additional Marines just for the bunkers.
All right. Inbound.
Now I can start probing these major Zerg bases,
Sir, another settlement is being infested by the Zerg.
or I'll clean up the Mutas and Broodlords at this infestation. Thank you for that map.
No one.
Additional insufficient Vespene gas.
What are you doing on that side of the wall?
Yes, sir. Can't hold them alone. Gangway coming through. Yeah, what?
Explorer reporting.
No one lives forever.
Poor Broodlords.
Upgrade complete.
Never had a chance.
Victory.
So I got rid of the Mutas and the Broodlords. I'm just gonna let that infestation finish up. I'll come back later.
Made for battle.
Looks like they do not actually have hardly any air units here.
Very well.
They have some overlords, but that's about it. So I'm gonna switch most of these Vikings into ground mode. They have ultralisks.
Transformation system. Gangway coming through. Certainly. Let's get into the fight. Made for battle. You ready for firefight? Yeah.
Science vessels doing a good job at repairing.
Transformation system prime. Made for battle.
Oh,
Very well.
don't lift off next to spore crawlers. My sick Viking micro.
I like it.
Running low on Vespene, but that's about it.
Alone. Who wants some? Armed and ready. Ready to plunder. MCV ready.
Vikings here are doing a good job.
Inbound.
I'm sorry, sir, but we've lost a second settlement to the Zerg.
He sounds so sad. Matt, you're supposed to say, yay, more structures.
Let's get into the fight.
That felt awful to think about.
Warning. Class 5 biosignature detected converging on the command center.
Can't hold them alone. No one transformation. Fight or flight.
Definitely got enough Vikings now that I'm not concerned about
All right. This
fighting
sector's
any of
clear.
these units or bases.
Now move on to the next area.
I like it.
Now that that's done with,
Mineral
let's
field
move over,
depleted.
clear out this base that they took.
All right.
They do have some Hydralisks, some Roaches, even a couple Banelings, but nothing really scary for the landed Vikings. Especially if you've been producing them to a good amount. I have 30 Vikings now.
Another settlement is coming under attack.
Made. Can't hold them alone.
Explorer reporting.
All right. Very well. Ready to plunder. Certainly. All right.
Receiving headquarters.
Fight or flight. Made for.
There are no more Zerg left in that settlement.
prime.
Yeah, got him.
No one lives forever.
Other than what I've already shown and talked about, there's really nothing special to do for the achievement.
Can't hold them alone.
You're just going around the map with your Vikings, destroying whatever units and structures you can find.
You ready for war? Let's get into the fight.
And eventually you'll get 50 structures destroyed and you'll have the achievement.
Transformation systems prime. Let's get in. You ready for war? Can't hold them alone. Agreed.
Mineral field depleted.
We have you on visual.
Paid for. Can't hold them alone. Let's get into the fight. Victory.
There it is. Raid and Plunder obtained on brutal difficulty. Overall, not a hard achievement. Just make a bunch of Vikings and go around the map,
Warning. Class 5
destroying the
biosignature
structures.
detected converging on the command center.
Yes, indeed.
From here, you do not need to complete the mission.
The infestation's overwhelmed another settlement. There's no stopping this thing.
Anytime, Matt. Remember what I said about the infestations? You can clear the units out, but if you
Good
let
job, sir.
the infestation
Picking up 2 more
finish,
concentrations of Zerg biosignatures.
you will get more structures to destroy. So build up your Vikings, clear out the units, let them finish, and then destroy the structures. I hope this was helpful. Thank you very much for watching.